Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another recap of Baddies Africa, season 7, episode 13 with Baddie Ninjitsu. So as y'all know, they still at Total Ninja, and it basically was chaos after chaos. So Summer and Cold Killer got into it. Then the rest of the girls got into it. We got Fauna, um, K Rican, Legs, Diamond, a whole bunch of mess basically popping up. It got to the point where I think Ivori, she got in the midst of it, she ended up on the ground. And you got some security. The security with the green pants legs on top of it. All you see is her patting the butt. It was just uh, it was up and stuck from there. So eventually security broke them up. Then out of nowhere, Choco standing there, and Diamond comes and she ended up clocking on the side of her eye. Now Choco's like, you snuck me, it's up in the stuck, we gonna fight. And then you got Elsie in the background like, oh my god, we gonna fight, this mama fight with my be like, girl, y'all put on for Africa, but y'all ain't giving no African energy. Like, what the heck? But anyways, so Choco's mad, she wanna fight Diamond. Then Diamond ended up fighting her again, but then they had to switch her shirt. So then Ivory was like, nah, you want to fight, you going to have to come through me. She's like, no, but she snuck me. Yeah, I understand that, but we ain't fighting. You going to come through me. So, Pretty P was like, you barely could beat Diamond. Now you're going to come for the big B. Like, girl, you're not with it. So it seemed as if Russian, Choco, LC, and the injured reserve Dolly, Summer, and Lex, they're part of a clique now. It's giving all the girls that starting issues that can't help back it up. Click. And then you got the rest of the girls doing what they do. And this is holding weight. Like, make it make sense. Come on. So Lex wanna fight Rican now because she done jumped in and she done fought Dolly or whatever. When they were fighting, it was like, nah, make it make sense. So they were talking. Next thing you know, all you see is Rican grab Lex, and it was just like, oh snap. Yeah, she did that one. I ain't even gonna hold you. Then for some odd reason, Cold Killer ended up getting in the midst. I think Choco ended up grabbing Cold Killer, bring her into the mix and stuff. And it was just like, why would you do that? So they broke it up again. Choco still wanted to fight Diamond. Then next you know, Ivory and Choco got into it. They was fighting, whatever the case may be. Ivory ended up knocking her down onto a table and onto the floor. Then you got Cold Killer coming and start stomping on her head. But she did that. Lex came out of nowhere and socked her on the side of her face. So now she's up and stuck for that. And then we got Summer and Marissa getting into it. And it's just like, make it make sense. I like the fact that Killer and Marissa, they was helping each other fight. But it got to the point where it's just like, yeah, it's time for us to sit this one out. So now that that fight broke up, everybody got something to say. Lex done brought Scotty into it. Now Scotty's got to say what she got to say. And it's like, make it make sense. It wasn't even that deep. But anyways, so they just kept going back and forth on it. Then at this point, we got Rolly, Pretty P, Fauna, Natalie. They started doing the obstacle course. And then you got Fauna, Scotty, and Diamond. They did the wipeout part where they got to jump in other the hurdles. They did that. So it was another issue between that. Now Marissa, she decided to leave because her and Summer, she gonna get her ones on that. Summer actually did her thing with Marissa. She ended up getting a cut under her eye. Then Choco wanted to go back and fight Diamond again. So they put their rounds in. Xavier, the security, ended up grabbing both of Choco's arms, and that gave freaking Diamond an advantage. She ended up kicking her in her head. It was just like, yeah, Diamond, you did that one. Because at this point, Summer was rooting Choco on, but Choco was like, and they were like, you just giving her too much time. Just get up and go ahead and swing. So yeah, after all that chaos done died down, whatever. Nadia was like, "Listen, I'm about to give out a baddie chain." She was like, "It's only messy if I don't do it. Like, what the heck?" So she was like, "Oh, baddie chain time." So she was like, "This person has been standing on business. This person has completed the obstacle course. The whole entire thing in this video." My girl Fauna finally got her chain, and then Tavy was like, "I guess." Newbies got their chain before OG. Yeah, it's giving that energy, and everyone was just like, and all the ones that was on the side hating, like Dolly, Choco, Elsie, Russian, like, and Summer, they was just looking like, yeah, you mad now? How you still ain't got your chain? You tried to fight Tavy for hers. Like, and finally, y'all ain't gonna fight me for mine. Like, anybody gonna jump me for mine? Like, all fun and stuff like that. Also, after that whole incident with Cold Killer and Legs, Cold Killer had to end up getting an ice pack for the side of her face. She was up and stuck behind that because she's like, she's not that type of girl. The cameras ended up getting on her face so they could talk because, ooh, Killer was ready to go home and stuff like that. So Fauna ended up calming her down. Marissa, she decided to leave. I know I said that, but she decided to leave. Now they went outside to check on her. She said, "Well, it's up and stuck for summer. When she see her next time, it is what it is. It's going down." They now made it back to the house. Everybody was just like, "Yeah, my B got her chain. She got her chain, and it's gonna be up and stuck. Whatever. You ain't got nothing to do about it. Nothing." So they get home. It's now the next day because they were supposed to be getting ready to go to the club, so they had to leave out of there so they can get ready to go to the club. So yeah, this episode was kind of boring. Like, no, still no resolution, but it is what it is. So it's now. I guess they went to the club next week episode. They go to the club or whatever. Then they get ready to do what they gotta do next day. Pretty P finally leaves. So her and her trio, they hugged out. I actually kind of glad that her and Diamond kind of put their past together because it's like they've been stronger than ever, and they was just giving yes. And I like the fact that Cold Killer and Diamond, they kind of squashed their beef. Tavy and Cold Killer kind of squashed their beef. It's the only people that really got beef with is Summer and Lex. And it's like, Summer and Dolly. Lex is just a bystander. Like, you're trying to be down, but you're not really down. But we gonna see what's gonna happen next week. Yeah, I can't wait. So, with that being said, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.